What's good, y'all? It's your boy Neek. Welcome back to Uncommon Cool TV. And before I go any further into this video, if you can, just hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate that. Appreciate y'all coming by the channel to rock with me again. But yeah, today got a video for y'all about a particular team. And not just any old team, America's team. Yes, America's team. The Dallas Cowboys, I'm here to tell you guys today, the Dallas Cowboys are championship ready in 2023. Yes, I said it. I believe the Dallas Cowboys are championship ready in 2023. And I'm not a Dallas Cowboys fan by any means, but I'm a realist. And when you break it all down, the Cowboys come into the season with one of the best rosters in the NFL. Some think that they have the best roster. They definitely have a top 5 roster in the NFL, period. When you look at teams like the Chiefs, Eagles, 49ers, you'll pretty much go Cowboys after that, really. If you really want to get down to the nitty gritty about it, when you look at this team on paper, the Dallas Cowboys are championship ready. Now, they have to live up to it, of course. But this is why I believe they're going to live up to it this year. Okay, first and foremost, the Dallas Cowboys have not made an NFC championship game in 28 years, man. 28 years. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. 28 years. Not even an NFC championship game. 28 years. That's crazy. I don't think they'll make it 29 this year. Here's why. Okay, so the Cowboys are going to their 4th year, I believe, with Mike McCarthy. And it seems like every year has been an improvement. They went from 6-10 to 12-5 to 12-5. And the last 2 years, they made the playoffs. They made the playoffs both years. They won, one of those years. And in their first year going to the playoffs with Mike McCarthy, they played the 49ers in the wild card round. They lost. The next year, which was last season, they played the Bucs in the wild card round. They win, but eventually lose to the 49ers again in the divisional round. So if you look at it, the past 2 seasons have been progress, however you want to look at it. Whether it's no playoff wins to 1 playoff win, that's progress. So I think this year they're going to go from winning 1 playoff game last year to winning 2. Actually, more than 2. I think they'll get to the NFC Championship game, and I think the Cowboys can make the Super Bowl this year. I'm not going to hold you. I like this roster, man. And when you look at what they've done in the offseason, adding a guy like Brandon Cooks, adding Stephon Gilmore, those dudes are grizzled veterans. They got championship experience. Stephon Gilmore, he's a defensive player of the year. He has a Super Bowl. Brandon Cooks does not have a Super Bowl, but he's played in 2. So he knows what it takes to, he knows what it takes to get to the top of the mountain. When they come back with a top 3 defense, Dan Quinn, hey man, he got them dogs on defense. Michael Parsons, y'all know. I don't even need to get into the Michael Parsons, Trayvon Diggs. They got Steph Gilmore now, DeMarcus Lawrence. All these guys that are just straight dogs on that defense that's gonna get after it. You've seen the type of stuff they've been able to do to teams these past 2 years, and not to mention they lost to the 49ers in the playoffs last year. By all accounts, it wasn't the defense's fault. They only allowed 1 touchdown. So it really wasn't the defense's fault that they lost in the playoffs last year. But anyway, they come back this season with one of the top defenses in the league. If you look at the Cowboys' schedule, I feel like their schedule is going to help them become battle-tested going into the playoffs. They play teams like the 49ers, who are currently their kryptonite, losing to them the past 2 postseasons. That's their kryptonite. But you get a chance to play them during the regular season that'll help prepare you for the playoffs. They also play the Jets, a team people look at as contenders: the Seahawks, the Chargers, the Bills, the Dolphins, not to mention the Eagles, who ultimately represented the NFC last year in the playoffs. When you think about the schedule, the vets that they added, the continuity, this being another year under Mike McCarthy. Now, I know it's going to be different this year because he's calling the plays and Kellen Moore is not there. But nonetheless, it's not like they're bringing a whole new guy from outside the building inside the building for the offense. At least they're keeping it in the building with Mike McCarthy. And will it go well? Who knows? Will it blow up? Who knows? I don't know. I'm going to take a chance and say that I believe that the Cowboys offense will be, I don't think it'll decline. Like it might take a step back, but I don't think it's going to be a significant step back where it's going to keep them from reaching their goals. So when you look at this roster, when you look at this team, when you look at how they've drafted, when you look at just the depth they got on this team, the pass rush, the defense, the offensive line, the receivers now, it all comes down to one person. Y'all know who I was about to say. Dak Prescott. Comes down to Dak Prescott. Dak has to rise to the occasion in the postseason. Dak has to rise to the occasion in the postseason. Mind you, the regular season, Dak is Dak. He's a solid quarterback. In the postseason, when things aren't going right, can Dak win a playoff game for you? I believe he can, and I believe he will this year. When you look at the NFC, you got teams like the 49ers, the Seahawks, the Eagles, all the teams in the NFC East. It's wide open when you think about it. The NFC is wide open. I'm not mad at people that believe the Eagles are going to come out of the NFC again. I'm not mad at people who think the 49ers are going to come out of the NFC. But I believe this is the Cowboys' year. I believe that everything is shaking up for this to be their year. You have a wide open NFC. You make necessary improvements to the roster. Jerry Jones is ready for at least, I think Jerry Jones would be happy with an NFC Championship game. I do. And even though that won't be the Super Bowl, it'll be an improvement. Like I said, they go from 0 playoff wins to a playoff win to an NFC Championship game this season. That's an improvement, however you want to look at it. But I'm looking bigger picture. I think the Cowboys can make the Super Bowl. I honestly think that it just comes down to consistency. The Cowboys have been on the biggest stage in the playoffs the past 2 years. Can they be consistent enough to get over the hump? They have one of the best teams. Like I said, most of the time, 98% of the time when they step on the field, they're going to have the better roster. They're going to have the better team. So it's not like the Cowboys are going to go into the playoffs. They're going to be overwhelmed or anything like that. I think that this Cowboys team has a chance. When you look at everything on paper, this team is stacked. They had 7 Pro Bowlers last season. When you just add it all up, the Cowboys can make it happen. Like I said, if they see the Eagles in the playoffs, they see them twice a year. If they see the 49ers in the playoffs again, they see them during the regular season this year. If they see the Seahawks in the playoffs this year, they've seen them in the regular season this year. So when you look at everything that's going to be afforded to the Cowboys, permitting health, of course, I think they got a good chance to make the Super Bowl this year. I do. If you're a Cowboys fan and you just tapped into this video, you watched it, tell me your thoughts. Tell me what you think. Do you think Mike McCarthy is the coach for y'all? He's already won a Super Bowl. Do you think he's going to get the Cowboys over the hump? Do you think Jerry Jones is going to get in the way? Do you think Dak is going to fall short again? What do you think won't help them make it back to the Super Bowl? And if you are a Cowboys fan who believe that this year is the year, tell me why you think this year is the year. So, like I said, if you a diehard Cowboys fan, come through, tap in. If you a Cowboys hater, come through, tap in. I want to hear everybody's thoughts. But I honestly think this 2023 season might be the Cowboys' year, man. So, with that being said, I appreciate y'all coming back and tapping in with the channel, Uncommon Cool TV. Hit the like and subscribe button. Appreciate y'all.